everybody, it's Yvonne with Freight Broker Chic, and welcome back to another segment. Today we're going to be talking tenders and tea. So go ahead and grab yourself a cup of tea and grab a seat, and we're going to talk about tenders and what they are. And while you're doing that, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit that little subscribe button, and that'll let you know every time a video goes up, and you'll get a little alert to kind of jump on and see what's going on and what we're talking about today. So I mean, my God, it's hard to believe. My very first video, I went back and looked at it, and it was September 13th, and that was in 2019 when I did that first video. And I told you guys I was embarking on this new adventure, that I had sales background, but this was going to be totally new. I didn't know what to expect. Other than, I had been successful in some other sales positions, but had not really delved into this. And guys know I took a little sabbatical because I really wanted to focus on the training. And so what I wanted to come on today and show you, especially for the new people, a lot of you guys are really following me that are really new. And I'm getting still kind of quite a few questions, and how'd you get started? Are you guys doing training? And yes, we are doing training. We'll talk about that more a little bit later. But today, I'm just excited because, I wanted to give you hope. Starting from scratch like I did with nothing, no accounts, and not knowing whether or not it'd be successful. Today, I wanted to show you my stack of tenders. And ta-da! I'm so proud of myself. Sometimes you just gotta clap for yourself. So I came on to clap for myself, but more so than that, I wanted to come on and let you guys know, look, it's possible. So let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about what is a tender. A tender is actually the instrument that once you guys get a customer, they decide they're gonna let you move their freight, they will tender you the load. And that is a document that looks very much like this. Now, some of my customers have TMS systems depending on the size. This particular customer right here is huge. They're international, so everything is fine-tuned, detailed. They're all going to look the same because it comes off of a TMS system, a computer system where they have just keyed in the information. Then I have some other customers that they're not quite as big, and they're a little bit more primitive in the way they send the tender out, but it's okay. And so I just wanted you to see that it does work. If you hang in there and again follow the process, follow the steps, it does work. So what does the tender include? Once you get a tender, it should tell you, of course, who your customer is. It's going to detail that. It's going to detail who the consignee or the receiver is. That's actually their customer that you need to deliver the product to. It'll give you a pickup number or purchase order numbers. It's going to tell you what day the product needs to be picked up, specify what day it needs to be delivered. It's going to specify the type of equipment. Do you need a flatbed? Do you need a dry van? Is it hazmat? If it's hazmat, it's going to have all the hazmat details on there, because anyone carrying hazmat, of course, has to be hazmat certified. So the carrier will ask you that information. It will also have the specific address, that the pickup and the delivery, and that's really important. You don't want to be in Pennsylvania when you should have been delivering in New York. And so that information should be detailed on that tender as well. It will also provide you with the consignee or the receivers, or it should provide you with whoever the receiving contact person is and their phone number. And so that is what a tender is. And so once you receive that, or at least I do. Now, sometimes, again, if you're this guy, I'm probably going to have to go back and say, oh, ask a few of those questions, and it's okay. Sometimes customers, they're busy, and they're working with you, and they just say, hey, this needs to be picked up. They might give you a city and a state, but leave off the weight. Oh, that's right, I forgot. It'll give the weight. It should give the mileage, the weight of the product. It should give the mileage. It's also going to tell you what the product is, because the carrier needs to know what they're moving. I mean, if it's lumber, or if it's insulation, if it's building material, or if it's produce, because the type of product that they want moved will determine the type of equipment that you need to book with the carrier. And so, so you'll go back and, too much information is not too much. I always go back and ask questions. If something's not clear to me, I will hit them up in a minute, because you want to take care of any issues on the front end. You don't want to be on the back end going, what happened? Does it require a flatbed, or does it require a tarp? Will they allow a smoke tarp? If the driver doesn't have full tarp, so maybe they require a full tarp. And so will a smoke tarp do? And you got to ask your customer these questions, because I remember asking one of my customers that question, and and she said, well, this requires tarping. And I said, well, if the driver doesn't have the size that you need, will a smoke tarp work? And she came back and she said to me, what's a smoke tarp? So don't assume that your customer knows what you're supposed to know. You're there to assist them. You're there to provide a service for them. And so all these questions need to be answered and documented. I do all that. That's why you see on here, you see all these notes I have on here, because I've written down and scribbled down, as I've emailed and things of that nature, what the details that I felt may be helpful to the driver. If the driver needs him, the driver's going to need all the help he can get. And so I try to make sure that I, overkill, and you may want to say that, but I document, so that the driver knows exactly what he needs to do. And once that customer sends me the tender, they don't need to do anything else except wait for my follow-up email or my follow-up phone call to say that the driver has made the delivery. It has been delivered safe and in good condition. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Now, I don't have a dollar amount yet, because we have an accountant who handles, in our agency, that handles all of the monies. We don't, that's, in each week that you get paid each week. And so I don't have that total yet. I'm waiting on that. I think it has to be out by January 31st. And we're only at the 23rd, so I may come back with that information. But, I'm be honest, didn't make him become a millionaire in the first year. And any of you guys that follow me know, I always say to you, it's a process. You got to build. And this is just a small start. So despise not small beginnings. I'm not, you probably got somebody that could come on here and say, well, mine's up to the ceiling. Well, I'm just getting started. So I'm not going to be that hard on myself. At least I got started and I got something. And that's what I want to share with you that may be struggling a little bit and saying, oh my God, but it's phone call after phone call after phone call, and hanging in there and letting that customer know, yeah, you can trust me. I can do this. And as I always say too, find that pain point, and find that issue that may be in common. Maybe they're a grandparent. Maybe they like pets. They have a dog or a cat that really means something a lot to them. So find out what that common denominator is and take it from there. And then when you follow up, you can say, hey, how's Fifi doing? Did she make her vet appointment? So, and trust me, it sounds like a little bitty thing, but you would be surprised at how far that goes to kind of just drip on people. So again, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed tenders and tea today, and tea and tenders, and we'll come back shortly with another video a little bit sooner, and we'll have another tip for you and share the progress as I said I would. And again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing you lots more information on the training and what we're doing. We do have another training coming up February the 9th, February 9th. So if you want to get in on that training, please, I will put the link in the comments. It's pantherlassalogisticsllc.com, pantherlassalogisticsllc.com. I'll put that in the comments so you guys can go ahead to the website and look around. You'll meet the trainer. There's great information there on what we're doing. And we will see you next time. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.